Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, March the 6th of 2026. You know, most traders change their bias every time the news shifts, or maybe every time they see a new video on YouTube or whatever. Professionals don't do this. All the news and the information is reflected in price, and price doesn't lie. On February the 26th, Darko broke down the Euro-Australian dollar pair inside his pre-market analysis video, his PMA video, and made something very clear. He noticed that support on the monthly wasn't holding, and this pair has been in a big downtrend, and monthly was still not holding because he was considering the possibility that it could hold and we start reversing, but he noted that sellers were in control, firmly in control, and there were no bullish signs. Then at month end, in his full top-down review, which he does at the end of every month on all the currency pairs, he was still bearish. Then the Middle East headlines hit. On the Euro-Australia dollar pair, you'll see it in the video, price spiked aggressively and then dropped hard in the direction of the overall trend. What was Darko thinking during all that volatility? Nothing but short, because that's what price was doing, not what he wanted it to do or hoped it would do. This is what preparation looks like. Scenario planning, higher time frame closing levels, understanding who's actually in control, instead of reacting emotionally to headlines. So watch how Darko laid this out days before the trade even triggered, and then I'll show you how it played out.
Euro Aussie is at an interesting level. We are actually breaching the yearly closing price, and this happens to be a perfect monthly level because we are not trading the yearly level on a 4-hour or daily chart. We wait for an extra confirmation, but we are at a strong level of support, and right now let me see here, what I'm looking for in here, let me see, if I mark the closing price of the previous week, candle number 1, okay, candle number 1, price went up and now we are heading down. I want to see, and we are holding that level perfectly, which is, I'm not surprised at all. But if we happen to see, maybe, just maybe, if this weekly candle closes 100% bullish, and if that happens and we happen to take out this structure, I would definitely consider a trading opportunity longing if that presents itself properly. But right now there is nothing there, so there's nothing to talk about. This is 100% bearish, and it's also a bad sign that we are actually breaching this level. Like, if it's not existing, we actually held that level as resistance once we breach and establish. Okay, so you see all these background space. Okay, so the reason why I have the hourly chart is basically if I happen to see a potential day trading opportunity that makes sense within the bigger picture, we might be taking those trades. I will show you that on pound Swissy. So right now there's nothing there. Watch out for a potential long opportunity. I do not pull the trigger unless I tell you so, because otherwise there's a huge chance that this will be a fakie, because right now the sellers are heavily in control. There are no buyers whatsoever right now.
Okay, so let's have a look at what happened after when he did his PMA. Let me just show you the 4-hour chart. The price was the 26th of February. It's in here somewhere, okay? So at the end of the month, Darko always does a monthly top down on all of the currency pairs, so we get a scenario for all the pairs for the entire month. It's just an incredible amount of work that he does. And at the end of the month, in his monthly top down on all the pairs, Darko was still talking very bearishly about this pair, this Euro Australian dollar. Okay, for obvious reasons, everything's heading down. Then the Middle East stuff happened. The war broke out. That's what this huge red spike is. Price spiked up and went straight down like this, right? And followed by this very, very significant drop. Okay, so what was Darko thinking? Nothing but short. That's the way everything's setting up. This trade was actually setting up, as it started to bottom out here, it was setting up between his PMA videos that he puts out. Okay, so he alerted our members to it in the chat room, and I'm going to show you a screenshot. I just took a screenshot of what he said in the chat room. Let me get it here. It's right here. This is what he posted in the chat room and said, shorting this pair right here. See that 165,977? All right. If I go now down to, so everybody found out about it. Look, price was way back here when he told them to sell here. Let's go have a look and see what happened. Price was way down here. He said sell here. Look at this. Right there, right? With a high stop loss. Because you never know. I mean, this is a very dynamic situation going on right now. This is a live chart right now as I'm recording this on Wednesday, March the 4th. And look at this move down. We never ever let things get away from us when it makes this kind of move. This needed about 150 pip risk, something like that. It's been up 170 pips. So we've already got good profit out of this one. This will never be a losing trade. The key is this. We get lots of winning trades. And with the way Darko's been approaching it with these closing prices on higher time frames has been really, really super good for our members and for our results. But we also get losing trades too. Okay, that's trading. But the losing trades are almost always, not always, but almost always mitigated losses due to our trade management. So that means we very rarely end up taking a full loss on anything. Okay, and there's other risk management considerations as well, correlations and things like that. Darko gets into that. He always alerts our members to what's coming up and how to protect themselves so that our traders' accounts are always protected as much as possible at all times. All right, so, you saw the result. Again, like 150 pip risk is now up, 170 pips is still going. So check it out and see what happens to it. Just for your own, interest, have a look and see what happens. And again, the analysis was done on February the 26th. The entry didn't even trigger until March the 3rd. That's when the trade actually set up the way we want to see it. 5 days of patience. No chasing, no forcing, just letting price tell us what to do and showing us a nice high probability trade setup. Okay, I'll tell you this. It's a lot less complicated than most traders make it out to be. Okay, so yeah, this is the difference between hoping and having a plan. If you're serious about becoming consistently profitable, you have to stop making decisions in the moment and start planning outcomes in advance. That's exactly what our members see every single week, well, twice a week with the PMAs and also in the chat room. The preparation before the alert, the reasoning behind it, and the risk management that protects capital first. Okay, so if that's the the level that you want to operate at, the link to the alert service is below. But listen, only click it if you're truly ready to treat this like a profession. Now, we've priced it very inexpensively, but if you are ready, we'd be honored to help you become consistently profitable, as we've done for many people. And by the way, you should know this, we modified our training to help traders achieve their goals way faster than ever. Darko has done a ton of work behind the scenes, and he's still doing it, in order to get our members up to speed in a matter of weeks, not months. Alrighty, thank you so much, everyone. Let me know if you have any questions or whatever, and I'd be happy to get back to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great weekend. Take care.